Brett, awesome work, sir. Hey guys, Max and Max's Models here, and I'm at Hurricane Hobbies where it's unboxing day. Oh, we're going to have some fun with a mega unboxing. He just got a whole new shipment of stuff in, so let's see what they got. Okay, don't even know what's in that box. This one's full of Tamiya armor. This one appears to be ships. And it looks like we have more armor and more armor. Tankity tank. I'm not using the lab mic, so the sound's going to be a little odd on this one, but who cares? We're here to see stuff, not listen to it. The Leclerc. Hey, yeah, I didn't know they made a model of this one. A pretty good tank. Of course, most of the first world tanks are pretty awesome now. A lot of folks say that it's not really a match for the Leopard or the Abrams. Well, let's hope we don't find out. Okay, I was granted permission to do the unboxing myself and set them up on the counter. So here we have what I talked about. The Leclerc. I can take anything. Oh, you think so? So we got the Tamiya Abrams and the Leclerc Series 2. Let's just go with this box first. Here's who they're likely to find out testing themselves against. T72M. The classic, the Patton. That's the M48, the A3 version. The Panzer Kampfwagen 4, a true classic. Oh, let's keep it all in order. Here's another 4, the short barrel version. Oh, and the nightmare of the GIs, the Panther. Just all the German stuff in one stack. Of course, the German half-track. I don't know how you would say that. I know it stands for like something Kampf. God, really with the Germans and the names. So I just called it the Skidviz, the Stidkovitz. Stidkovitz. Let's go with that. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, the little 38 Panzer 38T. A little adorable little tank, cracked open so wide as a Sherman's.
That's what the other one has. Okay. A 5030C, and it has the 6S.
Oh, well, with any tank, every tanker knows maintenance, maintenance, maintenance. There's a German tank engine mechanic crew set, and never send them in without infantry support. So the Panzer Kampfwagen 2 with some infantry figures. So we got the 2,
it's the largest
the 38T, the 4. I didn't see a 3 in there in the Panther. We got most of the line and another maintenance crew.
Oh, we got a new employee, Ian.
Conscript labor.
This is the gas.
See what's in here.
That goes to the batteries.
What do you look
Dynamite medium oil for chassis ball bearings. That's for RC stuff.
If you have.
Oh, I'm just doing the unboxing for him because he's got, you know.
Right.
We're getting some content for tonight.
Content?
Content. This will be my video.
I don't know if these are new or not, to be honest, sorry.
Oh. And these are aluminum 8mm to 5-inch pinion reducer. Here we have the JS3 styling, the heavy tank. Terrified work when it first came out. And here's another Abrams. And some tanks over here. And another Civic Fits. Only this one, I think Trey over at Trey's Hobbies just built one of these. This is got the quad 20mm on it. And finally the Americans make a showing with the Sherman. This is the M4A3 Easy 8. And remember, Easy 8, if I'm not mistaken, has to do with the tracks,
The ones that are big
not
and
with
round
the gun.
and stuff, but they're more expensive.
Here's a
So the reason why
just a
I put
straight
it
up
is because, like you say, this is the same
vertical
price
volute,
as the silver trigger of the new version.
M4.
It has more functionality than the battery. I try to give you what I think is the best deal for my customers. And I'm at the same price as the internet, so it works out for everybody. But I don't see,
here
like
comes
you,
the ships.
I don't see
We
the
got
point
one,
in paying that much more.
two more things.
To me, it looks
Another
like
handbag
it was just $60.
and the Greyhound. You know, one of these things took out a tiger tank from the rear.
Oh, yes.
You guys, let's see, what do we have? Oh, the best use of a Stewart, the M8 howitzer motor gun carriage built on the M5 Stewart chassis.
Okay, so.
You guys are probably familiar with the Goliath, the little doodle bug. Yeah, RCs for war. This was remote control back before it was a thing. They actually had wires.
Really?
Yeah, they had an explosion and they try to drive it up under tanks. The Americans, the Allies usually saw them and shot them up.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah, that was a radio control, a remote, excuse me, had wires.
Had a bomb?
A huge one. Supposed to get up under a tank and kablooey.
You're lying.
Nope.
Oh my
And the
God.
Americans would get them. They always saw them because they were so slow. They actually moved pretty quick. But they were using it to save them. But Americans would take the explosives out of them and then ride around and because we're Americans. They're basically a go-kart. Now let's see what we got here. This is the Marine Corps M60 with the reactive armor. I actually saw one of these for the Gulf War getting ready to be shipped out. And
So they sacrificed the cart in the process
cool
of that bomb,
wagon.
obviously.
Well,
right?
the thing was only a few feet long. I mean, one person could sit on top of it and ride it. It was a disposable one-shot deal. Now I have one of these at home that somebody gifted me. This is the Israeli Sherman, the M51. Very, very upped everything. Upped gunned, upped engine. I don't know if they up on it or not. Let's see. M4A3 Sherman. This is the famous kit with the infantry guys in the winter coats. Great kit. That's got the 105 on it, not the 76. And we have here Tiger 2, the Royal Tiger.
Oh, I see. No, you're doing the video. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
I thought maybe you were doing something because I was like, I'm wondering.
I can't get away. I can't get in the way of the staff while they're working. Now I built. Someone sent me, and I built one of these that had the Liberator, the test model. Great kit, and the Pershing. And this became the foundation for American tanks for 4 decades. It had a lot of problems because it was the early one. But
I'm gonna step behind you, Matt.
Oh yeah. But it became the foundation for the Patton tank and the M60 and everything else. Also known as the Royal Tiger. Some sandbag set. Churchill. It's the Mark 7. Flat
Max,
gun,
I'm
the
sorry.
88.
I should have stayed out of this. No. Do you want me to jump in?
No, no
Point
worries.
out to me that you're sorry about that.
American. Really from American tank. And German. Oh, and that's American. This is German.
And thank you so much for your patience, sir. No, I really appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Okay, deal. Stacked up here. Whoa. Yeah, got enough tanks here to film our own war movie. Here's the JSU 152 with the big gun. Girls in Panzer. No, that was a different. That was the one. That was the KV2 I'm thinking of. This is the tank destroyer. And of course, I have a Valentine. This is the first time I've actually seen this kit of the Valentine. Apparently an underrated tank, depending on who you ask. Okay, this goes over with Tiger 1. Small Arms even has a 38 revolver in there, as well as a 45 auto, BAR, Garand, carbines, even a sniper version. And beach obstacles, and jerry cans and stuff. I think I work here now. Russian, more German. The Royal Tiger. And another Tamiya. Okay, let's see. Good God, this stack of German stuff's gotten so high. Oh, I didn't. Whoop, come back. Let's see this one. Good old-fashioned American truck. One of the secret, I think it was Bradley or Patton called, or Eisenhower called this one of the secret weapons of the war.
Yeah.
You notice how some of these in Tamiya have the artwork and some have the white box? I have no idea what goes on at their meetings. The Merkava? Technical discipline's going on back there. Ah, yeah, Panta. T-55. These things are all over the Ukraine on both sides. A-34 Comet. Ah, the British Comet tank. You know, sometimes these things had American stars on them just so they wouldn't get zapped by our own people, even though we had British crews. Sheridan and 551 had those. We got rid of those that time I was in here. Oh yeah, that one fell off. It's the truck. No worries. Hobby shop, the dark side. Behind the curtain. Fletcher class destroyer got mixed up in here. Light tank of the sea. We'll get to the ships in just a minute. A big stack of tank kits. Happiness is. Now let me move these downrange and get the start working on the ships. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, we got more tanks. Oh, a lot more tanks. M47 Patton. Oh yeah, we're gonna get a bigger gunner. M113 had these when I was in the Army. The M42 Duster. I know some guys who crewed these things. You see in a lot of museums. They were made for anti-aircraft. They actually did better work. They were working in the bush as an everything in the bush weapon because they cut down the trees and stuff. And the famous British quad, the Canadian Ford truck that the Brits used for everything. The Schwimmwagen. Basically, we have one. They had one. The Jeep that floated. Oh, this is a Russian Matilda. A lot of people don't realize the Matilda and the Sherman. Only two tanks that serve in every theater of the war, every one of them. And they gave a bunch of them to the Russians, so they used them a lot. You see them in that movie White Tiger. You see Matilda up on the train. Here we got light armored vehicle. Japan Ground Self-Defense Force light armored vehicle. Not much of a name, but it describes what it is. We all know this one. I'm not even going to say its name. Tank gun, pretty decent gun too. You can see them using these things in Fury and more jerry cans. Cromwell and another Tiger 1. There's the Cromwell. Tiger 1. Oh, the big kahuna. Yeah, I think the hunting tiger. God, can you imagine a 128 millimeter 5-inch gun? Jeez. That's a little hurt. They do have an AUS 3. I was going to say, going to complete the set now. I think we have just about representation of everything but the Hetzer. Everything German but the Hetzer. Totally forgot the Stug 3. Here's the M4A3, another great Tamiya kit. And another 113. This is the A2 model. German Quad 20. And of course, the two greatest American vehicles, the Jeeps, the Willis and the Mutt. I think I built this kit. It's a great kit. I think I still have it on the shelf. In fact, the Willis, not the Mutt. Abrams, Tusk 2.
Let's go for the next one now.
An ass horn.
That's Jack Lennox, right?
These little buggers took out one of our first M26s, Pershings. I think it was Fireball, ironically. The 155 self-propelled gun. There's something a little different. Here's another Semlevente. I think it's the Italian job that the Germans used. And the British Archer. Looks like it's going backwards, but that's the way it's actually oriented. I saw the Chieftain video on that one. This is one I got rid of the name Phantom because I had two names, Phantom and Badger. So I called mine the Phantom Badger. Love this kit. The Matilda Mark 3/4. British tank. Probably the greatest of all the British tanks. Chieftain. Here's a Stug 4.
My original.
Knew there was going to be one in there somewhere. And more modern German stuff. Their anti-aircraft gun. There's that thing called the Gepard. I just give away everything German would call a Leopard, Gepard. Here we have the little earlier model, the M3 Stuart. I used to play around a derelict when we was a kid, how I didn't get tetanus is a miracle.
And then
And Russian T62A. All this is at Hurricane Hobbies, guys. You gotta start buying this stuff. Trust me, it will not be on the shelf long. All right, let's see. Panther. And a confidence, and there's the Leopard. I knew they'd have to have one in there somewhere. And another Tiger One. This is a mid-production version. Oh, another French tank, little R35 light tank. We're gonna put that one in French tank ahead to look for. In regular old tank configuration. Again, American stacks get too tall also. Can't be British without the universal carrier. Brick wall. Still haven't gotten around to building it. M41 Walker Bulldog. American stack. And another this was a townless. They had these in my unit because we were airborne unit, 101st. And the Jeeps were the biggest thing we could carry, so that was our anti-tank defense, is the tows. German weapons. Okay, crad.
right there.
What did you do to it, man?
The Tiger One. Late production Tiger One.
You want it for
German field maintenance set. This is not the mechanics, this is the maintenance set. Go on equipment. And their little
Takes it off.
sticky vids. 222. Light up Panzer Sparwagen. Panzer Sparwagen. That one 3 times fast. Okay, tanky. This is all the new stuff that goes on. We're going to find a way to put on the shelf all the stuff that's already there. Come on, guys, Hurricane Hobbies. We got tanks, we got big tanks, we got little tanks. You want heavy tanks, you want light tanks, you want fast tanks, you want slow tanks. Tanks with big armor, tanks with big guns. Big tanks, little tanks that like to run, shooty, bang, bang. Want these Panzers? Lots of fun. Hey, I just made that up. Man, I'm clever. Okay, now I'm going to pause here so we can figure out what we're going to do with these. And then we'll get to the ships, which are here. All right, guys, now we're going to do the ships. And the first one we have, Das Tirpitz. We all know the story behind that one. No need for elaboration. Let's make some room over here. Okay. Oh, we also, as I mentioned earlier, Fletcher class. All right. Enterprise aircraft carrier. Ooh, this is a big one. Good Lord, this is a commitment. All the airplanes, I think, would be the tough part about doing that one. We have the Yamato, and we're bringing out all the heavy artillery today. These King George V, arguably England's greatest battleship class. I'm sure that just started a comment war. Bismarck's to the Tirpitz. And the Missouri, one of my personal favorites. Sorry, still think America makes the best battleships. What can I say? All right. So that's the unboxing of Hurricane Hobbies. And just ask that question again.
What's a Sturmgeschütz?
Sturmgeschütz. This is a Sturmgeschütz. It's basically a Panzer without a turret. They just put the gun on the chassis, very cheap, very low profile, ultimate ambush weapon. We lost more tanks of these than probably any other tracked vehicle. So, I noticed that this is massively tanks. So are tanks like your best-selling models, or is it just a tank day?
Yeah, it's just tank day because it's easy for me to go down the list, and I was low on tanks, and I've been focusing a lot on Christmas and like other things and everything. So I had to have another tank order. So I ordered the tanks and the big ships in this one. I'm gonna probably do like the airplanes next week.
Okay,
Cars.
cool. And then you're going to need more
Cars.
cars. But I'm glad to see the shelves are barren, although they won't be so barren in armor. So hurry down to Hurricane Hobbies, boys. Get your tanks before they're gone.
Yay!
American, German, British,
Oh, we're so gonna get that phone.
French, and Israeli, Russian, and then the ships, and there's actually some more American back at the end. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Good times unboxing. I'm not getting paid for this. Guys, take care of yourselves, and as always, model on.
Batteries. Did I put it over by the batteries?
take care. We'll take care of you. Oops. Watch your big flippers for feet, Max. Yeah, I stocked those shelves. Look at that. Tanks, tanks, and more tanks.